It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Michael Thomas. He's coming off a stellar day, scoring twice and adding a bunch of yards as well. It's the Titans and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gunn with my broadcast partner Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Titans in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Played, took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's to Cook out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
From the gun, Jackson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
He completes this to Cole Turner. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tannehill.
Turner is there for another one.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And this is going to be a Commanders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Tannehill now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill setting up the screen to Kelly. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. It's hauled in by Hardy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Off play action, Tannehill. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. McCaffrey running up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll run it. Here's Cook. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 17 carries, 64 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Gets past one man. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have moved out in front.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill. Getting this into the hands of Turner.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
This one into the hands of Crowder downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, and they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And complete right side to Cook.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. Completes it to Watt. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Cook again.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Jackson. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson on first down. Incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throw left side, and he lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. They go play action now. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Seibert's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Tannehill on first down.
Caught by Turner.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Off play action, Tannehill. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To the air again, Tannehill. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side to Reynolds.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. Man open, here is Crowder.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jamison Crowder, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was all capped off on the touchdown reception by Jamison Crowder. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Throwing is Jackson. Off to Thomas on the left side. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Tannehill.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And Cook has it, left side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Tannehill intercepted again. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Max Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Ball start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second and very short, Tannehill.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Tannehill on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Middle of the field. It's Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson from 3 yards out.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown down there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Now he's right there on the doorstep now. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Javon Kinlaw.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We didn't get to see how Javon Kinlaw followed up his rookie season when a knee injury ended year 2 after just 4 games. But when he's healthy, he creates rubble across the defensive front.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw, Tannehill. Man open, here is Crowder. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That is of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got those there. Been too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now the 4th-round pick out of Georgia, Zamir White.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Pick up the 2 yards. 1st down and 10.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
So it's a win here for the Titans, and it was just too much for Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Tennessee, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.